Grand Rising, y'all. Grand Rising. Today's video I literally get these downloads and I flow in free time. I flow in real time. I free flow in real time. Most High has been giving me so many profound realizations, y'all. Like so many profound realizations. So come with me on this journey today in the video. We're gonna go to this song by Tim's, Free Mind. I'm gonna go a couple different places, so don't get lost in context. Grab every jewel, every gem, every nugget that you can out of the video. Don't, if you feel like you lost, just take the gems, take the nuggets, take the jewels out of the video. The thing that we are all really searching for, you guys, is ourselves. We are literally searching for ourselves. And the reason why I want to talk to y'all about that is because we get lost in identifying ourselves with our accomplishments, with our achievements, with our bank accounts. We get lost in identifying ourselves with what we achieve in life. And I want you to think about a scripture in the word that says, be still and know that I am God. So to really find yourself, y'all, to really connect. If you're starting to feel like, man, in life, you're like, man, like something is not right, right? There's been times where I'm like, man, something is not right. Something is not right. And that is because if you feel like that, you have identified yourself with an achievement, with an accomplishment, or with a dollar amount. Just want to give you all the vibes today. Just want to give you all the vibes today. And continue just to give y'all the vibes, man. I've been coming out here and when I tell you, y'all, listen, like that joy is just the serotonins being released in my brain from the sun, man. And just when you get that profound awakening, God begins to do a much needed, something unlocks, something releases, something finally clicks. I've been coming out here for some time, and God is doing a great work. God is doing a great work for you, because if you have found this video, then that means this message is divine. This message is for you. If you are feeling like, listen, I had somebody post today within the last 20-30 minutes, and they're having an awakening because the shift is going on. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna keep saying this. The shift is going on, and we're gonna keep getting back to the song by Tim's, Free Mind. I want you to go listen to that song, TEMS, Free Mind. And as I didn't have no videos over the last couple of days. I'm like, man, I really don't. Nothing is coming. I'm not getting no downloads. God is not really talking to me about what I could be or should be doing a video about. So it's like, all right, days go by. I want to do a video every single day, but I don't force them. I would rather them be spiritual, organic from the Most High, authentic. I listened to this song by Tim's for years. For years, I listened to this song. This is the peace that you cannot buy. This is the peace that you cannot buy. And we attach our identities, y'all, to this physical form, to this 3D matrix, to this flesh. Everything we do, we attach it to something physical. But God is omnipresent, y'all. God is omnipresent. I'm going to attach that free mind to the scripture that says, be still and know that I am God. If you're feeling empty, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like no matter how much you exert effort and force to try to make things happen is just not working. Shit is just not transpiring. You like, man, God, I'm trying and it's not working. Free your mind. You don't got to do too much watching videos to understand or understand this. But there's something that we've called, and the people have coined, the art of detachment. It's just detaching, letting go. Let go. Free your mind. Sometimes y'all gonna see me turn around. I want the sun on my skin so I can feel them vibrations, man. Get them good releases of serotonin. And also, so y'all can see my face. Try not to fall on these leaves, man. These are the vibrations today, y'all. Stay with me in the video, man. I tell you one thing, if you stick to this whole video, you're going to get a profound message and something is going to begin to click in your life. A lot of the pain that people deal with is us associating ourselves with something physical in this 3D matrix. A lot of the pain that we experience is because we are trying to force something that we're supposed to be just letting go, let go. The church always say, let go and let God. And I was just like, today it clicked. Because over the last couple of days, I'd be at work and I'm working 10 hours a day. I'm not getting to the spot till almost 1 a.m. And it clicked because I was watching a Forex video the other day. And the video literally was titled, if you try to make money, you won't make money in the Forex market. And I was just like, I seen the title and I was just like, let me click on this. I clicked the video and it's no trading tutorial. It's no trading course. It's none of that to where it's teaching you how to trade. It was literally just this dude standing in the middle of nature and he was speaking about trading Forex. It's a younger dude and he talked about how he made all this money. And he said that the key is to take your mind off of making money in the Forex market. And I was like, wow, that's profound, right? So that was the other day, a couple days ago. So then I'm listening to the song today and I'm just like, this is the peace that you cannot buy. And then that hook will just come on. I really need to free my mind. I really need, right? So you come with me on this journey. Don't get lost in context. If you are a person and you feeling like, man, you're trying things. Our identity has been associated and connected to our accomplishments in life, our bank accounts, everything that's physical, right? And that is the one reason why we go through so much pain. We are going through so much pain because we have to begin to reconnect our essence to the God that's within. People talk about it. Let me tell you something. Let me close this up and sum this video up. People talk about them praying and speaking to God, and I'm waiting and I'm praying through it. People talk about those things. But after I get off this video, it is a daily application. It is a daily showing up for yourself, for you to be able to connect with the living God, with the Most High God, with the presence. Listen, when I say I call it I've been coining and calling God, man, something that was just, it was sacred to myself. In the church, they called it an omnipresence. You know, I'm omnipotent and all these things, but I call it the infinite field of possibilities. Whenever you hear me say the infinite field of possibilities, and you're like, Fresh, what in the hell is you talking about, bro? That don't even make no sense. It is the infinite presence, the infinite field of possibilities. There's nothing that God cannot do and will not. And man, it's so profound. Something else that sideline that made sense, that started making sense to me and started connecting, is that the church talks about the devil like the devil got so much power. When you really look at the devil is just our fucked up habits. The devil is yourself. The devil is not an entity that's outside of you. All of the evil things we see transpiring in the world, there is no mysterious entity coming down here doing it. A human being is doing it. So that spirit, that evil, gets into our hearts and gets into our minds. And some people, it could go so deep. Because some people feel like when we walking past the being every day and we think that that person has got flesh, they got eyes, they got a heart, they got, they have some good in them. Sometimes those are not even what we consider quote unquote humans. Those is like reptilians. They don't even got no soul. They just all beast. Okay, let me get back on subject. I just really don't like the fact that the church used the devil. The devil is just as powerful as God, and that is not the case, man. Love will always triumph and supersede fear and the evils. Always. Love will. I'm gonna find me somewhere out here to sit. And I usually just find me a tree stump. And I just sit, man. And I will take this backpack off and I will sit here. Sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes a half hour, as long as it takes. And I will sit here and I'll say, God, I am going to sit here until you show up, until your presence rests on my mind, on my heart, on my very being. And what I can tell you is if you begin to do this practice day in and day out, and you just take this much needed time, the same way you're going to show up and you're going to brush your teeth, you're going to take a shower, same way you're going to show up and you're going to make yourself some food before you got to go to work, the same way you might smoke your smoke or drink your drink. This is the much needed inner work that most of us, we don't prioritize. We don't see how important it is. This is by far the most important work you will do. I'm going to tell you something. We have our identity connected to everything but the source of all. We have our identity connected to everything but the source of all. It's connected to our mortgages, our house. It's connected to our vehicles. It's connected to the area and the places that we live. And it's connected to the neighborhoods we come from. And then we move beyond, right? We ascend those neighborhoods and then we associate our neighbors. Let's say we come from the inner city of Detroit. We're from the east side or the west side of Detroit. My hometown is 1 hour north of Detroit. And then we get out of Detroit and we end up living in California. Somehow, we get the blessings and we get millions and then we move to the Hollywood Hills. We now from Detroit and our identity was Detroit. I'm from the west side, man. I'm from where they get the money at, man. The east side, grimy, they dirty, they gritty. But then you being a Detroit dude, now you associate your identity now is connected to California because you didn't got that bag. You didn't win a lottery, you didn't did something and you didn't came up. So now your identity is associated with, man, niggas gotta get their game up, man. I've been trying to tell people to move out the hood, man. Their mindsets is messed up. Our identities is all connected to this 3D matrix in these physical forms. And what I can tell you in summing up this video is that as below, so as above, so below. so within will become the manifestation. Everything that we really want to transpire in this life comes from us taking the much needed time to sit still in the presence of the Most High. And let me tell you something. Whatever you keep in your heart, because the prayer don't come from your words. The church lied to us. They didn't do a good job with telling us. Listen, God says he judges the heart. The prayer comes from your heart. So whatever you hold in your heart, that feeling, that vibration, that desire, not wanting, because whatever you want is something you don't got. That desire you hold in your heart. I was asking God, I said, God, release me from this place. Release me from this place. I will be released. I am released from this place. And within a matter of weeks, I was displaced. And then I went through pain, and I had to realize that God gave me everything I was praying for. But you still got to go through the fire to be purified. So they say, be mindful what you pray for, what you ask for, because once you get it, did you want to go through that fire, that pain that you had to go through to gain that freeing, that experience? Free my mind. Tim's the song, Free My Mind. If you really want to get free, it all begins with this work. This whole nature that you see is beautiful because it is directly centered inside of a city, and you will never know it. There's a whole city around this nature. And these are nature trails, and I just take a walk. And I just get that much needed time with the Most High. And I can tell you that if you are going through so much pain in your life, it is because it is directly correlated, and it is your identity is tied to something in the 3D. And you got to keep ascending to the 5D. Get into the presence of the Most High God. Get connected to whatever you consider God, the source, the infinite field of possibilities, Yeshua. Get into that presence and stay in that presence. I've been doing this work. And closing up the video, I watched the video last night where this lady, she was saying that there's left brain and right brain in the world. And the one reason we're seeing so many things transpire in the world is I'm going to speak about this more. It's because a lot of people are operating from the left brain. So another thing that I'm going to start doing is getting more in tune with the right brain. Go on Google and type in left brain versus right brain. You got to get more in tune with your creative mind. She said there's 4 aspects or 4 areas of the brain. There is the left brain thinking, left brain emotional, right brain thinking, right brain emotional, if I'm not wrong, right? 'Cause I wrote these things down as I was listening to them at work. And we want to be living the majority of our lives in the fullness of our brain. But you get that joy, you get that happiness, that childlike state where you just get to have fun in life by operating more from your right brain. The right brain is from where all the creatives come from, right? So people that do music, they draw, they do art, they dance. Everything that's centered around art is coming from the right brain. And one reason we're seeing all this pain and this turmoil in the world is because it's operating from a left brain thinking. Left brain is not the wholeness. Right brain says us. Left brain says me, my, all about me, I. And that is the reason why people are crashing out in this world, and we're seeing so many people that's in hurt and pain. It's because they're only focused on them. They're not focused on the totality and the us. They're focused on the I. And you see people that's saying, well, I'm in hurt and I'm in pain, so I'm going to go crash out and I'm going to cause pain to other people. When you start thinking of us as a collective body, collective consciousness, that's where we can begin to transform the world. But come out here and do that much needed work, because as you do this work, right? As you do this God work, I can promise you it will connect you with the infinite field of possibilities. You will begin to love yourself. You will begin to see the love that we need for humanity. Free your mind. This is how you begin to free your mind. Come out here and do that much needed work, man. Listen, don't only go to church on Sunday. Get centered, grounded in the presence of the Most High. Remember, God didn't create the building. God created humans and God created the tree. We took the tree and created the building. Let's get back in God's church, nature, and do that much needed grounding presence, that grounding work with the Most High, and free your mind. free your mind, man. Free your mind. I know this video was kind of long, but it was necessary, man. Do the work. Get out here. And if you stayed to all the way to this point in the video, because I don't know who's going to, please engage with this video. That way I know people stayed. I'm at over 20 minutes. If you stayed to this point in the video, please leave a comment. Let me know that you stayed all the way to the end. I pray that this video finds you well today. It's fresh, y'all. This is Gorilla Hustle. I want y'all to know that I love y'all, man. Free your mind. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Begin to connect yourself with the Most High, the God within, and set your identity with the God within, to the God within, and remember that it is whole. It is infinite. There's no lack of limitation when you are connected with the Most High God, man. So do that work. I want y'all to know that I love y'all, man. I'm about to take some much needed time. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm about to let God do the work, man. I love y'all. Please get that much needed time, man. Release all of the things that you've been holding, and you do that when you are in the presence of God. Detachment, bro. Look up the art of detachment. Let go. I love y'all. Peace.